Greetings, fellow citizens of Walt Disney World? Disneyland? How do I do this? How do I do my gimmick? Friends, I am inside of Walt Disney World for the first time in 25 years. And in between the two visits, there's been, well, 25 years and 700 visits to Disneyland, making me, I would say, pretty close to being a Disneyland expert. So this is my first ever walkthrough of Walt Disney World as somebody that knows every little detail about Disneyland. Friends,
Brickey here.
Let's take my first lap around every path of the Magic Kingdom. Here we go. Double tunnels. Wow, look at that. 2 tunnels. All right, so oh, whoa. Look at this little corridor. It's interesting, there's like that little pocket in there. Whoa, this is so big. This is so Dapper Dan.
We are the Dapper Dans of Main Street. The best barbershop.
This is so ginormous.
In a 2-block radius. Thank you.
Look
We're
at
here
that.
to sing for you. You're here to listen to us. And boy, do I
Whoa.
hope that we finish first.
Now that's a town square theater. Wow, and it's got this extra little extension over here. That is awesome. Look at this. There's way more east and west. I am in heaven right now because Main Street is my favorite land, and I've always wished for more Main Street, and Walt Disney World definitely has more Main Street. All right, let's roll around to the backside here and look at their train station, which is, wow. That is awesome. Oh, I really like the stairwell in there. Has a New York City Grand Central Station type vibe to it. Oh, hello, little Chamber of Commerce. How are you, beautiful? Then we come over to City Hall. That is awesome. That is very, very cool. This might be the most quiet you'll ever see me on one of my videos, just because my brain is doing double time to take in all of this. And then here is the little, that's a very, very cool fire station. I like this spire up here on the right. And then the old car barn. Oh, look at this little nook. That is cool. You know, I always love these little areas where it kind of all seams together, and I could see me hanging out here a lot. We have our barber shop with the old school pole out front. Now let's look back at the hub with an American flag draped. No state flag. That's interesting. No state flag. Here's the Emporium, which feels huge. I'm now understanding why my sister, who's a huge Walt Disney World person, was like, Disneyland's pretty small. All right, let's get this first look. That is a castle. That is a castle. Wow. That is awesome. Oh, look at that is quite the color scheme on that building. That's pretty intense with the green and the red brick. I like that. And we have one of the original opening day attractions, the Main Street Theater. Please tell me this is a Starbucks. It's not. How dare you? Would you? Wow, look at that Emporium. Wow. Oh. Side street. This is great. I'm the only one here. Oh, I've always wanted more Main Street. And this week, I get so much more Main Street to discover. Oh, this is great. But only one side. You can't go through on the other side. Fascinating. What's happening? Oh, cavalcade? This is great. That's awesome. All right. Whitney's birthday. Wow, this is so cool. All of the magic. Look at the color scheme on that. Whoa! Look at that. Wow, that is so huge. Casey's Corner instead of Refreshment Corner. Huh. Holy hub, Batman. This is massive. I remember when I went to Paris and I got into the hub, I really got the scale. Oh, there's so many options. So many options on which way to go. Look at this. That is adorable. So many options, so many different ways to go. And over here we have this little natural green space. Little park. Wow. Wow. So I guess a local's way, you could sneak into Tomorrowland over there. Oh, wow. This is impressive. Big, nice. I just saw a people mover for the first time. Whoa. Such a nice, big, open body of water. That little park over to my left. Partner statue straight ahead. And one ginormous castle all decorated for its 50th anniversary. The last time I was here, that castle was candy or cake. It was different. I'll put it that way. but I wasn't a huge fan. I just randomly showed up. Look at that. All right, I gotta do a little bit of exploring here. And that is huge and beautiful, but what I'm kind of more consumed with, because I'm a weirdo, is all of this park space. Like, I want to be over there. Yeah, this is great. Look down in there. Yeah, I am loving that park space, but I guess I'm kind of getting off the beaten path. Let's head over to Tomorrowland so I can go through all the lands. I'm feeling like I might have to do a video this week just exploring this hub and breaking down the design as I learn it, because this is so fascinating how much extra space they were able to give the hub in this park and all the lessons that they'd learned from Disneyland. So we're coming into Tomorrowland, which is going to be very interesting for me because I've only ever really known the Disneyland version of Tomorrowland, which is, you know my opinions. So to see a more active and complete Tomorrowland is going to be fascinating. Wow, already loving whatever that white building is there. Oh, waterfall down at the end. Yeah, let's step into this little nook. I love all the little nooks. It's got the built-in Disneyland concrete bench. Oh yeah. This could be one of my hangout spots if I was a local. Oh, look at that. People mover on both sides of me. Yes. These are frozen French fry rocks, right? You just gotta put these in the oven, 350, 450 for 15, 20 minutes and you're set. Wow. Nice to see an astro orbiter up at a impressive height. Do enjoy these new mid-century modern like L joints, or more like a J, I guess. J on this side, L on that side, where the people mover track is coming around. Yeah, this is very impressive. It doesn't feel like crazy futuristic, but it feels functional. And I think functional is more important than futuristic or future forecasting after you've had non-functional. I cannot wait to ride the People Mover. That is going to be awesome and a dream come true. I kind of can't believe I'm here right now. Just so you guys know, it is a Sunday morning. The park has been open for about an hour, maybe less than an hour. And I did a red-eye flight. So to me, it's still Saturday in Los Angeles. I haven't really slept. And just landed, and I'm going hard. And recording my first lap to share with each and every one of you what this looks like when you get to see it for the first time. But after being a very educated fan on Disneyland and Disney design. All right, so we are now in their performance space, which still exists, which once again, this is another thing that I knew used to be at our park, but I never got to experience it. So it's fun to get to see so many of these historic things that have come and gone at Disneyland due to the very, very tight space, but are still alive and well in this much larger Tomorrowland. This is another building that looks similar to
For a different high-flying adventure,
that train station type design. Reminds me of the Central Terminal in Buffalo, New York, but a very smaller version. And holy Space Mountain, that's huge. Man, that's a big Space Mountain. That is the 4XL. Woo, that is huge. And we can see over there on the edge, there's that canopy that is coming together for the Tron Light Cycle that actually should be opening this Friday, but you know, pandemic. Ah, Autopia. Wow, look at that. So many more lanes, so much more space to waste on Autopia. Fascinating. Tomorrowland Speedway. You'll always be Autopia to me, girl. All right, let's roll through. Wow, that is very interesting. When you make a castle that big, how it looms into all of its neighbors. Here's the ship from the Rocketeer. Oh, they have the elevators, the NASA style elevators to take you up to the Astro Orbiter, which probably isn't its name. Yeah, and I'm just gonna admit, you know, I'm out of my element here. I'm not an expert. I'm just a weird fan today. Wow, I always wanted to see one of those. Looks like they've got 2 elevators because they need twice as much of everything here. That is so cool. That's one of those things that I'd always wanted to see in Tomorrowland West. That is awesome. Just imagine being a kid back in the 60s and 70s when everybody was fired up about space travel. I mean, last week we had 4 civilians orbit the planet and nobody really seemed to care. But back in the day when that was, you know, every little kid's fantasy to grow up to be an astronaut, and you get to ride up one of those orange NASA style elevators to get on your own rocket ship, like that is such great storytelling. Oh, those are beautiful. Those are beautiful. So I guess now, I'm assuming I'm rolling on the edge of Tomorrowland with the people mover passing me. There's the entryway to the Tomorrowland Speedway. Yeah, I guessed it right. I am on my way to Fantasyland, which, from what I know from watching my peers' YouTube videos and being a student of the parks, I'm not super excited about this version of Fantasyland. That's my early prediction. Just because in 1983, Tony Baxter and Imagineering really transformed Disneyland into, I think, what Walt's ultimate vision was. So I'm going to be excited to see what the older version looked like and then kind of get a take on it. It's pretty cool how much vintage Disneyland I'm getting to live today through Walt Disney World that is inspired after those designs, but has held on to them much longer than Disneyland did. I feel like a bit of a time traveler. Definitely love this mid-century building here. I have no idea what it is or what it does. Ah! Mad Tea Party with a canopy. Fascinating. All right, decisions to make. Decisions to make. I'm gonna go this way. This is definitely a lot of Disneyland. All right, so there we go. There's the back of the castle. This is where I was at earlier. I was up there, and I wanted to go into that really nice, nice bridge area. But I don't want to make this a 2-hour video. And I'm going to be here all week doing live streams and filming, so Look at that. This is one of the 50th statues there. I've probably walked past 10 of those and just have been so in outer space that I didn't even realize it. All right, so I see this huge line, which that means that's the most popular attraction in the park, which is the Snow White. All right, how far can I go in this direction? I believe I see something over on the edge of Fantasyland that looks like it could be Dumbo related, maybe? Kind of has the Dumbo aesthetic. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing elephants fly. Big Top Souvenirs, which is once again reminiscent of what we had over on DCA on the boardwalk, which is no longer there. So if my research is right, they have 2 Dumbo wheels, like a DJ Dumbo. Look at this layering. Wow. So this is what it looks like when you take out the submarine lagoon. This is what you get instead. Very interesting. So if I know my way around a Disney park, I feel like I might be hitting a dead end up here, and I'll be able to backtrack back into Fantasyland proper. Look at that. Look at that. DJ Dumbo. 2 wheels at once. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of feel like it ruins some of the excitement. Huh. I mean, I get it. The volume here is so massive. That is fascinating. I don't know how I feel about that. So we have a Big Top Souvenirs. Oh, what is this area through here where they're spraying water? So here we have the Barnstormer, which is reminiscent of DCA. Oh, look at that. I am very impressed at all the different elevations here, like how the land is just kind of rolling. I'm also interested, oh, here's a train station that's closed. And over here, I think I might be able to get a peek of Tron. Wow, that is one massive canopy. Tron Isolated is a beautiful, beautiful attraction. But Tron non-isolated, its juxtaposition with everything around it, that's an interesting one to me. So here we can look through the shell of Tron and see that massive Space Mountain. You know, I gotta do it once. I gotta do it once while I'm in Florida. Space Mountain. All right, that's my one. That's my free one that I get. But look at that. I guess at some point you won't be able to see through that because that LED canopy will be up there. I do very much like the way that this Fantasyland train station looks. It looks very real world train station. It looks like a train station that you might find somewhere up on the East Coast, or maybe, dare I say, England. But if I know one thing about trains, and I'm no conductor, but I do know you're gonna need some railroad tracks, and there are currently no railroad tracks out there. So yeah, pro tip, if you want a train, you're gonna need tracks. This is cool, little call out to Goofy on the other side of his attraction. That's neat. All right, so we have this little water relief area. My guess was correct that this would be a dead end. Man, this looks like a fun thing for kids. I am loving this restroom facade. Really, really enjoy that. Man, that is so cool. There are a lot of things in this park that I'm seeing that feel a lot like old New York. Not New York City per se, but old New York. It kind of has that Gothic type vibe. Oh, this is cool back here. See, you know I'm gonna fall in love with all the weird stuff. And just imagine if this was my park, where would I hang out? This is cool. That's a really cool spot. Man, I love that. All right, so we'll take, you know, Walt always wanted a circus in Disneyland, and there was a circus there for a while. I mean, you look back on it, it's a horrible idea. But once again, fascinating to see how does the circus vibe clash or match with Disneyland, or a Disney park, I should say. And look at this. I am standing underneath a big top. This is great. This is great. All right. So here we have a little exit and entryway. Yeah, this is very cool. Oh, look at that. That's a great sign. Excellent typography. Nice patina on everything. Love that the carnival barker there is die cut out, protruding out from everything. This is very cool. I am going to take points off though for being able to see that rock work up above there. Don't like that. Oh, that is great. And here we have this little Casey Jr. area. Oh, no Casey Jr. No storybooks? We'll see. All right, so let's go out of this Fantasyland East, I'm gonna assume is where I'm at, and see if we can go more into the heart of the classic Fantasyland. That was definitely very, very cool to go back there and see that Tron structure for the first time, to see what it looks like to have a circus inside of a Disney park. And it's like, you know, when that was Walt's vision, I mean, circus was still like a very legit family outing and entertainment. One might say that he wanted a circus in his park, but as time went on, the circus wanted to be more like Disney. And we all know now that the circus has met its demise. All right, so I'm in this like strange northern edge. I'm assuming this is northern edge of Fantasyland, where it has a very European vibe. Feels a bit like ours, the Disneyland version, but also still very different. Has a kind of a European architecture, but a more tropical vibe, so maybe more Mediterranean. I am enjoying that rock work. Those poles with the ropes tied onto the lanterns. There we see Ariel sans feet. Oh yeah, we've got this whole... So okay, this is a weird critique, all right? This is my first take. This feels, back here, this feels like a Florida miniature golf course, just with all the castle-y type stuff that's not real huge, and all the water sounds and the palm trees. It feels kind of touristy golf course to me. Here we have Gaston's, which we saw a version of this recently get built Where was that? In Hong Kong, I believe? Or maybe Tokyo? Forgive me for not knowing what goes in which Asian park. Oh, I do like that keg with the antlers on it. All right, so that's cool how the mine train blends into that style of design. That's a nice little gradient. Got the mine train behind me, but what's over in front of me? Oh yeah. More of that waterway. And oh, look at those like satanic boys holding up that light post. So wait a minute, what is this? Oh, this is that restaurant. Hey, this is cool looking. Wow, this is like super, super evil looking. I am not gonna ruin those people's photograph, but that's very cool. I like that. All right, so I've got the mine train over here. This is cool, man. I just did a lot of walking and I feel like mentally that maybe that was like half of Fantasyland, which my prediction was I didn't know if I would like it, but I'm kind of really enjoying it. I mean, yeah, it's for sure very different, but it's not as bad as what I thought. Pleasantly surprised is what we say. I'm loving this garden space here. I think my big takeaway from the week is going to be all this massive extra garden space. How much more real estate there is to let things breathe. And you know, I love the trails and paths of Disneyland, and Walt Disney World has an exceptional amount of decision making, forks in the road, different ways to go, and I am loving that. All right, let's bob and weave around to see if we can hit the rest of Fantasyland. And what I like about this is that so far, the Fantasyland that we have, if I'm picking up on the story of it, the Fantasyland that you and I have explored together is outside of the walls of the castle. I mean, literally, there are the edge of the kingdom. So I like that storytelling wise, it's obviously going to be more rural outside of the castle, because the castle would be where, you know, sort of the town hub is, where the wealth is, where the monarch has its money and its influence. And then obviously if you go outside of that, you would find a more rural environment. And I love the word rural, so I'm just going to try to say it as many times as I rurally can. So now we're actually going to step into Fantasyland proper. That is a huge King Arthur's carousel. Wow. Look at that bad boy. So we got the castle right there. This is going to be a meet and greet. Right, let's swing around. Let's swing around this edge and work our way over to the castle. Hey, that is very cool that they have this outer edging of the castle walls and the castle facade. Man, that is very, very cool that you can just get like a little bit of castle to yourself, hang out here, recharge, snack it up. There's another one of the 50th statues. Oh wow, look at this elevated flower garden with the built-in concrete benches. Village house with a restroom break over here. Yeah, this is great. This is awesome. What a way to spend your Sunday morning. One might say that I'm at my church. All right? So nobody's in here, but let's explore this. Oh, what a great little courtyard. You've got that balcony above you, the fountain in the center. You've got views over to Cinderella's castle with a bird on a wire that's breaking the perspective. You have the merry-go-round. Yeah, this is awesome. I keep getting subtly lost. Do love that bright blue Disney roof. And look at that, we have 2 different shingle types coming together to add that variety. So this is something that I have wanted to see, the more Renaissance fair version of Fantasyland. It's something I've wanted to see because this is how it started out in California. So this is their small world. Interesting. Interesting. Definitely very different. Not going to say my favorite aesthetic, but it is very magical to get to see this Renaissance fair version of Fantasyland, knowing that that's the way that the original started out as. So very cool to get to enjoy that. And now once again, if I'm following the design aesthetic, we're more on the outskirts of the like castle district. So now things get a little bit more European, a little bit more rural. We've got Castle Shadow up in there. Oh yeah, I love this laundry line up here. This all feels very, very familiar. Let's work our way over here to the edge. Wow. I believe I just saw what appears to be a Mark Twain type vessel going by. But this is where I have to stop. Wow, look at that up there. That is fantastic. Okay. Still a little bit more Fantasyland for me to discover on my walkthrough. I'm really excited that I didn't plan out too much the videos that I was going to film this week because my brain is like racing right now with all kinds of creative ideas. All right, so this little garden space that I'm in, it stops here, but we definitely have this cool little micro creek down here, not nearly as big as the moat waterway. And we have all of this Bavarian village vibe going around. I think do I spot like a little alleyway in there? All right, gotta check out that alleyway. I love all the little scenes. All right, let's now counter back. Because when I was walking through, I was really trying to only look at one side of the street so that I could fully enjoy the other side when I go back through. Oh, I am loving this grade here. This little hill makes this feel so much more real than if it was just all flat. Wow, this is so cool. I definitely always enjoy these like scenes, like these little pockets where everything comes together. Now we have this edge, so I'm going to follow this back around to the castle. And then if I've done the math, we will have knocked out Main Street, Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, which will probably be a fair time to say goodbye for today so that the video doesn't become too long. And also so I'm not held hostage at my hotel room trying to get the Wi-Fi to put up a video that's insanely too long. So there's a lightning lane sign, Peter Pan. Like I said, you know, I didn't want to come here and like just be rude at, you know, all the differences. I wanted to kind of celebrate what makes this park unique. And also, like I've been talking about, get that moment to sort of relive. Good morning. Some of Disneyland's past that I never got to experience. So feel hard magic, really. That's what you put here. Oh, what did I just say now about not being rude?
Not in the back of the small one.
All right, so we're coming back through the backside of Cinderella's castle, which I'm sure I've probably called it Sleeping Beauty once or twice in this video today. Oh, look at that. I do love how many pockets this park has, you know, where it's not just always a straight line, that it dips. Right, that is beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. I do love that the aesthetic sort of continues here on the backside. And here is that little oasis that I saw that I wanted. This might be my favorite spot. This is great. Oh man, there's one of these little photo pockets. These little pockets are so you can stand in here and get photos with nobody behind you. So if you were to stand here and to rip a pic, you would have nobody behind you, versus if you did it in the trail, you'd be flooded. Look at that moat. Oh man. This right here is so awesome. I believe there's one on the other side. I gotta check that out. Once again, I love all these little nooks and pockets. This is great here, how it looks like the castle sort of extends over, then goes into more of a villager's look. It appears that this bridge, it appears that this bridge isn't going to be as quiet as the last one. But oh man, look at that space. Yeah, it's official. I'm doing a video where I'm just going to explore the hub, because it is really a crazy improvement and such a big expansion on the original idea. All right, let's wander over here. I want to get one last good castle pick. Look at that. Wow, this is so much extra space. And the waterway feels way more like a river than a creek. Friends, it has been 25 years since I have walked this park, and 700 trips to Disneyland in between. Thank you so much for taking this walk around half of the Magic Kingdom with me. Show up tomorrow when we will do the other side of the park, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my first reactions and my thought process on getting to go and relive so much of Disneyland's history. I want to thank you for showing up. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, or consider subscribing to the channel, because all week long I will be covering so much 50th Disney World coverage and trying to share as much of the magic as possible with you. Thank you so much to my Club 1313 members for making today's video possible. And friends, until the next time I see you on the edge of Walt Disney World's Fantasyland, I'll see you back here on the channel with more Walt Disney World coverage.